Welcome to Live at 5 here at Island Music Company. My microphone's on. We've got audio working.
Yeah.
We've got guitars to talk about. Matt filled in for me last week while I was out of town doing something, taking care of some things. And we're back now with with really how the show should be.
Well, I mean, I was here both times, so
Jake's here.
I'm just here to have fun.
No, thanks Matt for filling in last week. Showing off the Taylor anniversary model and some songs. Did some singing. But I'm not going to sing for you today. So, sorry to disappoint. We are going to talk about some pretty interesting guitars that we have here. And also talk about something that we have coming up next Saturday.
Ooh.
Not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
I would hope so.
You know. A week from now. Week and a half. Kinda. Half.
Soon.
I'm not doing the math. I'm not splitting up a week into 3 days. 2 or 3 days. So let's talk about a guitar instead. We'll cut the sign off so we can get a better look at the guitar when we're talking about it later. This here, this is a used one. We're getting a lot of used gear in lately, and I'm just excited about that because I love used gear. I'm looking to the side right now. I see a used Hartke, a used Orange, Marshall, a couple Strymon pedals. I know we've gotten some microphones recently. I personally just traded in a handful of stuff. So if you want stuff owned by me, you can do that. I'll even put a famous person's signature on it for you. It might not be their actual signature or anything close to it, but it'll have their name on it. And you can say it is, because who's going to know, right?
We will.
Michael Jordan changed his signature all the time because he didn't want one to become too famous, too popular. Do you know that?
Yeah, I mean, that's the easiest way to fight fraud.
Yeah, so, who's to say, Clapton didn't change his signature for this one-time purchase of a 12-string Martin acoustic?
I'll be on the case.
Yeah, it'll be cool. You can take it to the Antique Roadshow and see what happens. So this here is a 1952 reissue Telecaster. It's a reissue of the 52. This was built in 2004. Jeez, this is 20 years old.
Don't remind me.
This guitar is built in 2004, and it is now a 20-year-old guitar. That's crazy. That really threw me off. Oh, my goodness. It has a... Oh, man. This has an ash body. It's a one-piece U-shaped neck. The neck radius is 7.25, and it has the vintage-style Telecaster single-coil pickups. They're great. I mean, there's only a few modifications on the 52 from the 51, which is the year the Telecaster was introduced. So there's only a few differences to it, but it's the butterscotch blonde, the ash body, the one-piece maple neck. It's about as classic as the Telecaster is going to get. So we have two of those. Someone traded in two of the exact same guitar. So if you miss out on that one, that's fine. I got another one over here. I'm calling your name. It's waiting for you. It's ready. The 52 reissue Telecaster, that one's from 2004. I didn't check the serial on the other one, so I don't know when that one came into play.
Yeah, I didn't look.
But they made those from, was it 2002 to 2008, something like that? I don't know. But we got two of them. So if you want two of them, you have two of them. Different tunings, different string gauges, all that fun stuff. Over here is something very interesting. I didn't think I would ever hold a BC Rich again in my life unless someone sold one to us or traded one in. But, fun fact, I believe we are the only BC Rich dealer in the entire state of Maryland. And considering the amount of music stores that are in Maryland, that says something, right? Yeah. We're the only store in Maryland you can go to and get the Rich B Legacy in an ultraviolet finish. The only store. Why buy it online? Come get it here. I mean, you can buy it online from us, but you can also come here and buy it in person.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I'll be posting it at some point.
Yes, it'll be online in the next day or so. It has a Tone Pros wraparound bridge, DiMarzio deactivator pickups. That is an ebony fingerboard, a three-piece maple neck, and the ever classic B shape, the Rich B shape body from BC Rich. A very unique style. These stand out no matter where you go. This ultraviolet finish is really cool. I'm a big fan of that. I like whoever uses. I like it on any guitar. These knobs are cool. I haven't seen anything like that on a guitar in a while. It's a really sleek looking guitar. We got in this, a bass, and even we got an acoustic from them today too. Actually, I should have grabbed that. We'll do that on the next show if it's still here. You know. But yeah, the BC Rich, the Rich B Legacy in an ultraviolet finish. The carve on the heel for the neck is really cool too. It's a nice sleek design because it gives you a nice contour to get into those higher notes. It feels really comfortable. I'm not right here going into the body from the neck. That's a really nice transition. But yeah, the ultraviolet, Rich B Legacy from BC Rich. Very cool. We just got that in today. This here is what I'm super excited to talk about. We're going to wait a minute because now that this is out of the way, we're going to talk about this right here. This is Stringjoy Strings. It's a new brand to us here at Island Music Company. Handmade, one at a time in Nashville, Tennessee. And I'm very excited to say on March 23rd, starting from the time that we open up until 4 in the afternoon, we're doing a Stringjoy Restring launch party. We have a select quantity available of Stringjoy strings. Those strings are free. First come, first serve, get a free pack of strings, and get your guitar restrung for free. But you have to you have to get those free Stringjoy strings. But you can only get them here, right? If you get them somewhere else, that doesn't count.
Yeah, you can't even get it online.
Right, you gotta come in the store. And we're gonna know, because I'm gonna put things on there so we know that they're ours. But if you get your Stringjoy strings from us that day, March 23rd, between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. We're going to restring your guitar for free. It's a nice way to try out some new strings without taking a risk. You don't have to spend time restringing it. You don't have to pay for someone to restring it, and you're not buying strings. Now, say you get here at 1:30, 2 o'clock, and we're out of the free strings. What do you do? Well, we also have Stringjoy strings in stock. If you buy a set of Stringjoy strings after all the free ones are gone, we will still give you the offer of restringing your guitar for free. But again, to be very clear on this, because I know someone's going to have questions, their free restring is only redeemable if you get Stringjoy strings from us, Island Music Company, on March 23rd between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. It's the only time. There's no time outside of that. So once the free ones are gone, if you still want your guitar restrung for free, you got to buy Stringjoy strings. You can't buy Elixir, you can't buy D'Addario, you can't buy Martin.
I was going to say Martin.
Yeah.
DR.
Anything. It's got to be Stringjoy. So come see us on March 23rd. Get some Stringjoy strings. Get them free while you can. And if the free ones aren't available, buy them, and you'll still get a free restring. Very cool. I'm excited, and then Stringjoy, welcome to the family. They're great strings. I just put some on my acoustic, and I just restrung one of my guitars, my electric guitars with them at home, and they feel great. They respond well. Yeah. Don't miss out. Get them while you can. All right, now we'll talk about this guitar. I always got to make sure I'm holding it, because it's a nice, the thin line, it's super lightweight, and sometimes you're just like, oh, am I actually holding a guitar? I don't know. But you don't want to it's super lightweight. So if you're looking for a lightweight guitar, this is the way to go. Are you looking up the weight?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Jake's looking up the weight. So you might be thinking, Jack, that guitar looks crazy. It's wild. It's one of the more fanciest looking Telecasters I've seen in my life.
When we weighed it, it was 5 pounds, 8 ounces.
I don't know, man. That feels like nothing.
I had to double check, make sure that was correct, and it was correct.
We might be a few ounces off. Too heavy, too light, whatever. This is the Artisan Knotty Pine Telecaster. So the whole body's pine. It's brilliant. I like the way they do the pickguard over here. If you're a fan of the Cabronita Telecaster like myself, this is a very similar shape to how they do the pickguard on there. This has loaded no-caster pickups. It is a 2A? Yeah, it's a double A grade rosewood fingerboard. It is that was a 3A. Triple A rosewood fingerboard, double A bird's eye maple neck. And the Artisan sets it apart a little bit. So for those of you who don't know, you have your custom shop guitars, which you know we love our Fender custom shop guitars. We talk about them all the time. We get them in quite often. We just sold quite a few of them in the last 48, whatever 48 plus 24 is. Math. Who needs it? You kind of need it.
I do.
It's just quick and I'm distracted. Anyways, back to the Artisan guitars. So custom shop guitars, we love them. They're fantastic. We have everything from a bass 6 to Telecasters to Strats with the reverse pickup. We've got it all. Everything from new old stock to Closet to Journeyman to Heavy Relic. We love them all. We love the Fender custom shops. They're brilliant guitars. They do such a great job at them. But this here is called the Artisan series. And what makes it really nice is the Artisan series likes to focus on the quality and texture of woods. They like to put attention onto the idea of using the hand-rubbed oil finishes onto the woods. And they have nicer appointments than you're going to see on some other guitars. What really sets this one apart from others is one, straight off, you're looking at it, you're seeing the knotty pine top. Already standalone. It's fantastic. Whenever Fender does anything knotty pine, they're phenomenal, especially when they do the amps with the knotty pine wood. They're great guitars. But just looking at it head on, you know, the symmetry from the knots is fantastic. The pit guard, the tortoiseshell pit guard, adds a lot to the design, just kind of offsetting with the F-hole along with the electronics there. The inlay work on the binding. So you have tortoise binding. And if you're familiar with the HD28, the HD35, all the HD series from Martin, it is a very similar pattern to a herringbone inlay along the top of the binding there. It's a gorgeous guitar. But then you get to the very top, and it's a different color of tortoiseshell, but it is a tortoiseshell style tuner buttons on the tuning keys. And these are all appointments and fine, very minute details that you're not going to notice on most custom shop guitars. And you're not going to find them on most custom shop guitars, but you find them on the Artisan series. And I'm excited to see what else you might get from them, but this is the hot item. This is really cool. We've shown it off to a few customers here in the store. If it hasn't been posted yet, it's posting very soon, but there is a video of Keith playing this through one of the Dr. Z amps that we have in stock, and it's a phenomenal guitar. Every time I look at it, I notice something new that kind of pops out, and it stands alone. It's a very nice guitar. I'm going to be very jealous for whoever buys it and has this wonderful piece of this artwork of a guitar at home. So this is something it's very cool. It sounds really good because of those loaded Nocaster pickups. You can get a great sound out of it. Or if you collect guitars and you think it's a cool piece to have, it's definitely a cool piece to have. I think it's definitely worth it. So let's recap and go through some of the other things we talked about, and then we'll get wrapped up. So over here, we had the 52 reissue from 2004, U-shaped neck, vintage style single coil pickups, ash body, one-piece maple neck, vintage style tuners. That's about as traditional gets when it comes to Telecasters. Butterscotch blonde finish, even comes with the nice vintage tweed case. It's a great setup. If you like an old school style guitar, it's the way to go. Over here, I keep forgetting Instagram can't see everything, so I'm sorry if I'm motioning something off camera. What do you say, Jake?
Yeah.
The BC Rich B Legacy. Again, I believe we're the only BC Rich dealer in the state of Maryland, so don't miss out on grabbing something here. It's going to be very cool to have these in stock. People get real excited when they see BC Rich, and it might just be because they're scarce when it comes to dealerships. I'm not sure what it is, but people see a BC Rich hanging up, whether it's $200, whether it's $2,000, and people lose their minds. So BC Rich, back here at Island Music. And then the String Joy event, March 23rd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. String Joy strings from Island Music that day only. Get you a free restring of your guitar, acoustic or electric. I should specify that. You have acoustic and electric strings.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's it. That's all it is, acoustic and electric. Stops there. March 23rd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then the Fender Custom Shop Artisan Series with the AAA Rosewood fingerboard, double A bird's eye maple neck, the roasted pine body finish with a really nice binding and inlay work with the really cool tuner buttons on top. That's all we've got today. My name's Jack. That's Jake. Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi.
Try that again. Hey, thanks for watching today's Live at 5. I'm Jack. This is Jake.
Hey.
Hey, there we go. And we'll see you next week, 5 o'clock. Thursdays, Live at 5, Island Music Company. Catch you next time.
See you.